start recording now. So to do 2A, you need to know something that I teach. So just note. Okay, so just quickly finish off 2A here. Okay, I've written a word on the board. The word is mode. Have you met this term before?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the most reoccurring number.
Very nice. It's the most common category. All right. Last lesson, I used the term frequency for the number of counts. So another way to describe the mode is that it has the highest frequency. So let's imagine, I'm just going to assume that you know what a bar chart is. It's pretty self-explanatory.
A bar chart.
Yes, bar chart. Sorry. It must be my accent. Okay, so I've got frequency on the y-axis, and I don't know. Let's just say we voted for our favorite subject. So maths is probably the least popular subject at school. What's the most popular subject? I think PE is pretty popular. Oh, let's go PE, and we can put science in the middle. Okay. So I'm clearly, my maths colleague is going to be very angry with me about this bar chart, but I drew it. Which one's going to be the modal category here in this example? Right? Why is that? It has the highest frequency or the highest bar. Okay. So you need to know what mode means to finish off 2A. I've decided that I'm not going to go through 2B. It's very short, so maybe we'll just do a quick example together. Let's see. All right, I'll just do question 1 with you, all right? So here they've given you a frequency table with percentages only, and they've given you a report with some boxes to fill in. All right, so have a look at the description in question 1 here. What do you think goes in the first box? A group of how many students?
69.
Yeah, it's right there. Okay, the most popular response was hamburgers, followed by what percentage of pizza?
26.
Okay, that was easy, wasn't it? Okay.
But then, so if we write this in our books, can we just write like 1, 2, 3, so we don't have to write out the whole thing?
Absolutely. Yeah, or you can abbreviate it. Okay. So the only thing that I'll say is, I think at some point you'll have to write the report on your own. Yeah. So with this question, they don't give you boxes to fill in. You write the report on your own. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because, to be honest, we have bigger fish to fry in this.
Wait, so is this going to be like the easiest section of what we learned this year?
Statistics?
Yeah.
Like this whole topic?
Yeah.
Ooh, possibly, because this part doesn't have much algebra.
Yeah.
There's not much equation solving. It's more counting, and there's pictures usually, so that makes it easier. The next topic, which is on finance, has more algebra and no pictures, so that will be a bit challenging. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to say that I'm going to set 2B as homework. I don't think I assigned every question on the work. Okay. So exercise 2B is homework. You probably knock that off in about 10-15 minutes. Is that list of numbers too small? I can make it bigger. So just one moment, please. Yeah. So I'm long-sighted, so I can read small text, but yeah, not everyone is like that. So
Wait, so
oh no, sorry, that doesn't make sense.
no, as in
No,
my brain doesn't connect those dots. It
no,
doesn't connect any of the dots. But
no.
like,
Now I'm confused as well. If I'm long-sighted, does that mean?
If you're long-sighted, you can see things that are far away. If you're short-sighted,
so yeah, you'd be able to see smaller. You'd be able to see smaller because it's almost as it's further away.
I don't know anymore. I think this is too hard for my brain. Someone can work it out. Okay, so listening up, guys. All right, have a look at this data. I think this is height data, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's height data. What's different about this data from the type of data we looked at last lesson? So, do you remember what question I asked last lesson? We went around the room. What question did I ask?
oh, what was your? They were numbers, not words.
Great. So we asked favorite sport, right? So you're pointing at me the other way. Interesting way. So favorite sport, that was categorical data. Is this categorical data now looking at height? Yeah. Alright. Is height a discrete or continuous variable?
Continuous.
Why?
Because you can be more than because centimeters and millimeters, but like it can be more than like a millimeter.
Yes, you can have heights in between these centimeter measurements. And the key word is we measure height. And when you measure something, usually that means it's going to be continuous. Okay, so you'll remember last lesson, I wrote down everyone's sports down the page, and it was a bit hard to look at. We couldn't really see very easily which one was the most popular. And then what we did was, we turned it into a frequency table, and then it was much easier to see which one was better. Or bar chart, which we didn't do last lesson, but I showed you one just now. So, again, I've got about 25 people here. It's hard for me to tell which one's the largest and which one's the smallest without looking at all of them.
Well, no, you can't. They're not real.
The numbers look like real numbers to me.
No, people.
What makes you say that?
The numbers not real. You can't put people that aren't there.
Highest number is one. Highest number is 188.
188? Yeah. So to find the highest number, you have to check all of them, right? That's going to take a long time. Okay, year 11s, I know it's a Friday afternoon, but I want to get through this with you. So, the first thing we want to do with some numerical data is, again, represent it. The first thing I'm going to teach you is a grouped frequency table. In a moment, we'll get out the CAS calculator. So, let's see, height and frequency. So, this time, I'm actually going to give you a range of numbers. I'll explain why in a moment. So rule up a table in your book. Uh, that's okay. Just draw a line. And of course I ran out of room. Okay. How many people have a height between 160 and 164?
Wait, how?
Oh, it's actually there in the book.
Can you
So
convert that into feet, please?
into what?
Into feet?
Why?
Because, like, you know, like 5 foot something, you know?
You could.
Just have a look on.
I don't have this in a spreadsheet. So can we just work with centimeters? Okay. All right. So to make life easier for us, I'm going to cross off the ones that we've already looked at. Okay. So chances are at some point in your life, possibly next year in the exam, you may be given a table like this and you might need to create this table. So I'm just going to show you how to do it just once. I think you can already do it, but just to make sure, I'll go through it with you. Why do you think I'm crossing off the points that I've counted?
So you don't do it again?
Yeah. Okay. It'll be easier to know if I missed one as well. All right, 165 to 169, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't think I missed any there. Yeah, where? 1, 6. Thank you. There you go. It's very easy to miss these things. 170 to 174. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I count 175 in this one? The purple one? No. Okay, 175 to 180. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and then the last two are fine. 1 and 1. All right, is that okay? When did you learn to do this? Because I didn't do any stats when I was at school. So I'm assuming you've seen something like this before today. Did you see something like this before today? In a video game? What about at school? No, okay. All right. Did you like doing that? I thought it was a bit tedious. I thought it was very easy to miss a number. So in practice, you can only do this for a small data set. If I give you 5,000 data points, are you really going to go through all 5,000 and tick them off? You don't want to do that. I used to work with census data. There's 25 million people in Australia. I'm not going to go through 25 million data points. I need a better one. So the way we typically represent numerical data in this form is with something called a histogram. Have you met that term before? Okay. Well, let's make one. So please get your task calculators out. If you don't have one, share with the person next to you. You've got to be better prepared, guys. So who has a functional task calculator? I have a charger. Plug it into your computer.
Mine's all saved online. I have my card. It's in my bag.
All right. So you need to be prepared for a maths class. Being prepared means you bring a charged CAS calculator.
Yeah, but my calculator goes down even when I don't use it. Like I can open it up one day and it'll be dead.
Do you turn it off?
Yes.
How old's the calculator? Maybe that's
I
why.
actually only just got it like at the start of last year.
So how long? Okay, that seems a bit strange. Maybe we can sort that out, Tara.
But it's my in the exams. Yeah.
Which exam? Yes. So Becca's just asked a good question. Are you allowed your bound reference during the exam? The answer is yes. In this course, you will always be allowed a calculator and a bound reference in every assessment. So it's,
Even end of year exam.
yes. So in maths methods, they have to do an exam without a calculator. That's not the case here. Okay. You will always have a calculator whenever you do your exams. Okay. So I'll start from the beginning. So go to the main menu, and you want to open up a not an but you want to go and open a new document. If it asks you to save, select no, and then the menu will come up. So I believe this is the first time you'll be doing this with the CAS calculator. Is that right? Because you haven't done this before. We're making a histogram. All right, so list and spreadsheet. That's number 4. If you don't have a CAS calculator, there's a worked example with instructions before exercise 2C. You might want to look at that. Okay, so our first step is to type in the data. So I'll get my things out. There are 25 data points. So go ahead and type them in. It's going to take a little bit of time. You are going to type in those 25 numbers into, exercise 2C, question 2. It's on the screen now, okay? $63. All right, so go ahead and type that in.
Are we typing in like? Oh yeah.
Yep, so you have 25 numbers.
Is it supposed to come with a full stop?
Yep, that's your decimal point. Good question. So when you're done, you should have 25 rows of data.
Oh. Do you just do it straight down, not?
Yes, you have to do one column. I'm sorry. Yes. So, yeah, one column, please. Sorry, I should have been clearer about that. Huh? List and spreadsheet. Yes. Okay, hands up once you're ready. You've got the data entered in. And More if you need to bring your calculators next time.
I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
left it on Monday.
So I suggest you have it every lesson from now on in this topic because you need it for statistics. Yeah. Okay. Once you've got the data in, give your variable a name. So notice that I've got a box around the very top row labeled A. I'm just going to call it height. Okay. So give it a name. So your CAS calculator should have 25 values in the first column.
Where do you get the? Oh, sorry.
You should have 25 values and a name at the top of the column. All right. Anyone's anyone want me to wait? Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Wait, how did you get 175 for 2?
Uh-oh, did I type in the wrong value?
Unless you're supposed to go across.
I went across.
Okay, so does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay. This is what you want to do. Control I. A menu's going to come up telling you to create a new page. This time you want to go to number 5, data and statistics. Press enter, number 5, data and statistics, and you'll see a cloud of points. Doesn't mean much right now. What I want you to do is get the mouse and hover it over the x-axis. Click to add variable, press, and the name that you gave it, in my case it was height, is going to come up on the window. And there's a dot plot.
How did you do that?
Click to add variable and then select the name that you gave in the beginning. All right. So year 11s, you've seen stuff like this before, right? You've seen dot plots before? Okay, good. All right, so the last thing we want to do now is change this into a histogram. So here's what you do. Menu. Number 1, plot type. Number 3, histogram. Press enter.
So it's a bar graph.
Kind of. A bar chart is used for categorical data. So when you have a bar chart, the bars will usually be separate from each other. But here, we've got a numerical scale, so it makes sense to have the bars right next to each other. Yes, Bruce? Yeah, I'll come over and assist.
Yeah. It's a bit different. It comes up with a different option.
Control I first.
Oh, that's why.
So, year 11s, I want you to notice that we started off with this mass of numbers here. Can't do much with that, can't tell much of a story here. But if I get this, suddenly I have a much better idea of what's going on. Where are most of the heights? Hmm?
Wait, what was the question?
Where are most of the heights? Oh yes. What I mean is which height is most common?
172.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so I'll do it again for you. Whoops. So I'm here. Right now I'm in the spreadsheet. Step 1, press Control I. A menu opens up. This time you want to select option number 5, data and statistics. Press enter. When you do that, you'll get a cloud of points. What you want to do is hover your mouse, so you'll need to use your finger on the middle thing here. And you want to hover over click to add variable and click. When you do that, if you gave it a name, which you need to have done, it will come up. Yep, I'll show you. So you're on this now, right? You got the dot plot? Okay, menu. Number 1, plot type. Number 3, histogram. And now you've got it. Okay, I think there's a couple more settings we need to know. So I don't do this very often.
I already forgot how we did that to stop.
Yeah, it's in the textbook on page 60 and 59. It tells you how to do this. But it's a lot easier when the teacher shows you. I understand that. Okay, just go to plot properties this time, menu. Number 2, plot properties. And number 2, histogram properties. Press enter. Yeah, I'll start again. From the top. You've got the histogram menu. Number 2, plot properties. Number 2, histogram properties. And you want to go to number 2, bin settings. Let's try equal bin width. All right. What do you think? What do you think bin width
Wait, was
means?
it one or two variable bin or equal bin?
Equal bin width. What do you think bin width means? The bars, yeah? So watch what happens if I change this from 2 to 5. So right now it's 2, I'm going to change it to 5. What do you think is going to happen? I'm going to change the width to 5. So will I have more bars or less bars? Because the bars are fatter now, right? There you go. My picture has changed now. Now I've only got a few bars now. Okay? So I do expect you to know how to do this on a test. Because I could give you some raw data, and I'll ask you to draw a histogram and describe the shape to me.
So then you have to draw that into your book.
No, just get it on your calculator.
But then how are you supposed to see that in the test?
No. So what I mean is, you'll look at... No, I won't ask for the graph. I'll ask you to interpret the graph. Does that make sense? So I'll ask you questions about the graph, and you can't do the question about drawing the graph. Make sense? Okay, so if you didn't have a CAS calculator today, make sure you bring it tomorrow. The instructions for how to do this are on page 59 and 60 of your textbook. Oh, so not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. Don't worry about tomorrow. No one's going to be here tomorrow. I think that's all I need to tell you today. Yes, Bruce? All right, I'll assist you in a moment. Yeah, it's Friday afternoon. All right, please make a start on exercise 2B or 2C. I would suggest 2C because it's more important than 2B. Go back to 2B once you're done.